I am creating an employee details table, and the first column employee number is of integer type and it is primary key. So because it is primary key, there is no need to mention not null, because primary key does not allow the null values. Then rest of the columns, I have name, date of birth, gender, salary and city. So most of the data types are varchar. There is one char also. I will explain you later what is char. It will also store maximum 10 characters. There is a little bit of difference in char and varchar, but I am not telling you right now. I will tell you later. So you see, all the columns are null, means null values are allowed in rest of the columns. If you do not put null here, still null values are allowed. But suppose if you put in the name column as not null, then what will happen? You cannot insert null value in the name column. In primary key, you cannot insert the null value because by default primary key does not allow the null value and all the values must be unique. So I have already put a restriction here. And in the name column also it is not allowed. But in rest of the columns, null values are allowed. So let me create this table first. And you see, insert into table, I have mentioned the name of the columns and I am inserting the values. And you see, all the string values are in single quotes and integer values I have put without single quotes. So let me insert all the records in here. So all the records are inserted. Now what I will do, first I will run this command select star from employee details. So what it will give me? It will give me all the records of the employee table and all the columns which are present here. And let's suppose this employee details has millions of records. Then it will take a lot of minutes to display all the record. So what you have to do, you have to put like this, top 10 or top, right now I have 6 records only, so let's say I do top 3 records. So if I put top 3 star from the table, so what will happen? I will be only able to see the 3 records from the table. Real-time environment, we never write select star from table, we always write select top 10, top 100 star from the table. And if you want to display only limited columns, then you just instead of star write name, gender, city. So let me remove top 3 from here. Let me see all the data. Now what I am saying, I am using a clause which is order by name. So I am displaying all the data. This is displaying all the data, but I want to sort this data. Means I want to display the data in alphabetical order. The name which starts with A should come first, then the name which starts with Z or Z, that should come at the end. So for that, what I will use, after this command, I will put order by clause. So I will say order by name column. So I will sort the data based on the name column. So if I execute this command, so you see K has come on the top and S has come on the bottom. To clearly understand it, what I do, instead of these 3 columns, I put star. So if I put star and execute the command, so here you see 103 is coming on the top. So you see in the alphabetical order, the data is appearing. And if you want to display in the reverse order, then what you have to put? You have to put DESC keyword. When you put DESC keyword and execute the command, so you see output is appearing in the opposite order. S is coming first and K is coming at the bottom. Some people, what they do, they don't write this. You see, this is column number 1. This is column number 2. This is column number 3. Some people write the shortcut, let's say order by 2, because this is column number 2. So data is sorted based on the column number 2. If you want to sort based on gender or maybe based on salary. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you will say order by 5. So you see 50,000 is appearing on the top and 19,000 is appearing on the bottom. So this is a shortcut method. Suppose you go to some company and you find order by 1, order by 2 already written in some script. So you can easily identify what actually these guys are doing, but it is not a good practice to write like this. Or suppose if I take limited columns, let's say if I take this, I don't put star, I put this, let's say name, gender and salary. Then what you will put? Will you put 5 or will you put 3? I need to put 3 here because now I have explicitly mentioned only 3 columns. Okay, so this is the third column on which I want to sort. If you do not mention this word, then what will happen? It will sort the data in the ascending order, as you have already seen. But if you write ASC, still it will sort the data in the ascending order. So whether you write ASC keyword or you do not write ASC keyword, it does not matter. Data will always be sorted in the ascending order. So this keyword is optional, but descending keyword is compulsory. Now I will talk about how you can include multiple columns in the order by condition. If you put select star from employee details, okay, so this is the data. So when I sort the data based on city and execute this command, so you see Delhi data is sorted, Goa data is sorted and Shimla. So Delhi is coming on the top. Now within Delhi, I want to sort the salary. Within Goa, I want to sort the salary. Within Shimla, I want to sort the salary. Then I will put comma, salary, and I will put descending. First, what will happen? This city column will be sorted. And now here, if you see, this daily, daily, daily is repeating. So because there is a repetition of daily, so within that, these 3 salaries will be sorted in the descending order. Now Goa is repeating. So what are the corresponding salaries for Goa? These are the 2 corresponding salaries. So they will be sorted in the descending order based on Goa. And in Shimla there is only 1, so it will not have any effect of sorting. Whenever there are sorting on multiple columns, then you have to see this common. How much common data you have within a single city. So for example, daily, daily, daily is the common data in the city column. So salary will be sorted based on daily in the descending order. So if I execute this command, so you see now daily, 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 and here 50,000, 34,000 and this, then 40,000, 19,000 and this. And if you remove this, then city as well as salary both will be sorted in the ascending order. If you want to display the single column, I don't want to display all the columns, I just want to display the single column, then what I will do, I will write select city from employee details. So if I click on execute, so you see Delhi, Delhi, Shimla, Goa, Goa is appearing many times. But you do not want to show the repetition, then put the distinct keyword. So when you do that, so you see the cities will appear only once. I want to now find out all the students who are male. Select star from employee details where gender is equal to male. Because male is a string, so I will put MALE as a string within single quotes. If I execute this command, so you see only male employees will appear. You see, whatever the commands I am writing order by command, I am writing the filter command using the where condition, whatever I am doing, the original data is not changing. The table is still storing this data. The table is storing the proper data, means it is storing the 6 records and in the same format. Just as an output, we don't want to see the complete data. In the output, I just want to see the male data. I am not interested in the female data, or I am interested in top 3 records or top 3 salaries. So that you can perform using these conditions. But there will not be any effect on the original data. So actually how this condition is working, let me explain you. You see, where works on true and false. So let's go record by record. First time it will go to this record and it will check this column value. What is the value? Male. So does gender belong to male? Is it true? Yes, it is true. So if it is true, this record will be displayed. Now it will go to second record. What is the value here? Male. So does gender belong to male for the second record? Yes. So where condition will become true. Because where condition is true, so what will happen? This record will be displayed. Then it will go to third record and again this will become true. But when it comes to fourth record, where condition will become false. For fourth, fifth and sixth, where condition will become false. Because for fourth, fifth and sixth, where condition will become false, so these three records will not be displayed. Now in the same way, you see what I am doing, I am interested in all those employees whose salary is in between 30,000 and 40,000. There are two ways to do this command. In the first case, what I am writing, where salary is greater than 30,000 and salary is less than 40,000. If I only execute this much command, then what will happen? It will give me all those records where salary is more than 30,000. So if I execute this command, so here you see, I can see all those values which are greater than 30,000. So I have got this value also, which is 50,000 as well. But if I put and salary is less than equal to 40,000, then what will happen? It will only show me these three records. So you see, I was only able to see these three records. Only let me run this much command, select star from employee details, and I will explain you how this command worked. So you see, let's focus on the salary column and let's focus on the first record. What is the value of first record? 30,000. Is 30,000 is greater than equal to 30,000? True, because 30,000 is equal to 30,000. So this condition will be true. Is 30,000 is less than 40,000? Yes, this is also true. Because both the conditions are true, that is why first record will be displayed. Now let's go to second record. The value of the second record is 34,000. So is 34,000 is greater than 30,000? Yes. Is 34,000 is less than 40,000? Yes. So that will also be true. But when I go to the third record, which is 23,000, then what will happen? 23,000 is not greater than 30,000. So false. But this is true because 23,000 is also less than 40,000. But because I am using a AND clause, so if one of the condition is false, the overall where condition will be false. So you see, this particular record will not be displayed. So internally it is working like this. So now I will tell you the rules of and or. So I go to notepad file and first let me explain you the rules of that. Then I will come back to this between clause. So suppose there is a column A and there is a column B and you are using both these columns in the where condition. So suppose this is A, this is B. If the A condition is true and B condition is true and you are using A and B in the where condition, then the output will be true. But if any one of the condition is false, let's suppose A is true but B is false, then the output is false. A is false, B is true, output is false. And if both are false, then the output is false. On the other hand side, if you are using A or B in the where condition, suppose this is A and this is B and you are performing A or B. So let me write the same thing. So true or true will be true, true or false, because In OR, if any one of the condition is true, either A is true or B is true, output will be true. So this output will also be true. But when both the values are false, only then the where condition will be false. Otherwise, where condition will always be true. So I will show you the OR example as well. Suppose you have written select star from employee details where salary between 30,000 and 40,000. So that is exactly same as this command. You should always keep in mind, then whenever you need to write the command like this, you can use the alternative like this. And in the between clause, this 30,000 and 40,000 are included. So if I execute this command, so I will get the same result. So 30,000 and 40,000 are included. If you want to see the original table and then the output, what you can do, you can copy this command, paste it here, and you can select both the commands together and execute it. So you see this is the original table result and this is the result after filtering. So like that you can compare. It will be easier for you to compare. Now I am interested in those employees who are born in 1960s. Like this employee is born in 1960, this employee is born in 1960. These two employees are not born in 1960, but rest of the employees are born in 1960s. So what I did, I have put where DOB, date of birth, like 196, and you see some underscores I have put. These underscores are known as wildcard character. There are two wildcard characters which you can use. One is underscore and another one is percentage. So if you see here how many characters are there in DOB? 10 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, then hyphen sign 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are total 10 characters. So after 196 I have put 7 underscores. These are 7 underscores. And this time I have not put the equal to sign. What I have put? I have put the like sign because I am not sure what is the exact date of birth. So if I execute this command and what I do, let me copy the original command as well and let me execute both the commands together. I have got all those employees who are born in 1960s. Here you see one underscore represents one character. So this underscore sign represents one character. If you want to comment this, what you can do, there is a button called comment. Click on this comment button, you see this has turned green. If you want to uncomment it, there is another button, uncomment the selected lines. So this will uncomment. Or what you can do manually, if you want to do, just put 2 hyphens to comment it. If you have multiple lines to comment, for example, there is one more I am writing like star is also a wildcard character which represents 0 or more than 0 characters. Now there are 2 lines which I want to comment. So because if you comment it, SQL Server will understand that this is a comment. So SQL Server will not execute it. So for example, above it was a comment. So I just selected these 3 lines, but SQL Server did not execute this particular line in between. So I was able to get the output. Suppose you don't put comment and just try to execute it, you will get the error. So if you want to comment multiple, first way is you select all the lines and do comment or uncomment. Or another way is you put like this slash sign, then this star sign, and then again star sign and this slash sign to comment the multiple lines. So let me run this command again. So you see after 196 I have 7 characters, so that is why it was showing me the perfect output. But if you see I increase the characters, let's suppose I increase one more underscore. Now I have 8 characters. Now this time I will not get any output. Because what I am searching, after 196 I am searching for 8 characters. and there is no date of birth which has 8 characters after 196. So all the conditions will be false. So there will be no output. So sometimes you are not sure how many characters are there. Maybe you are interested in all the person whose name start with V. One guy has a name Vikas, which is 5 characters. One has a name as Vimlesh, which has more than 5 characters. So you cannot always give fixed number of characters. So what you can do, you can use the percentage. So percentage represent 0 character or more than 0 characters. Means there can be any number of characters after 196. So if I execute this particular command, so I got the same output which I got earlier. Let me run this original table command. Here I am interested in all the people name which starts with S. So what I will do, I will write here where name like S percentage. By mistake what I did, I put star here. Actually it was percentage. So that is a wildcard character which represents 0 or more than 0 character. So if I select the data, so you see now I have got only Suresh and Sunita. And if you want to make sure that it is starting with S and the name ends with also S, there is no name here which is doing that, or maybe end with H, let's suppose. So I put H here. So this is a name which starts with S and ends with H. So you can do like that. You can put percentage in the beginning also, like all the employees whose name end with H, or let's say SH. Starting name can be anything. So if I run this command, so you see Mahesh and Suresh are the two guys whose name end with SH. Another thing is, I want to find out all the employees which are present in Delhi and Goa. So I am writing select star from employees detail where city is equal to Delhi or city is equal to Goa. So you see this is the or condition I am using, which I told you. This is column A, column B. So if I execute this command now and let me select the original table command also. So if I execute both the commands together, so now what will happen? It will run row by row. So first time city will be Delhi, so this condition is true. But this condition will be false because city is not Goa. But one of the conditions is true, and because I'm using or clause here, so overall where condition will be true, so I will be able to see this record. Similarly, I will able to see this record. But in case of Shimla, this condition is false as well as this condition is false. So both the conditions are false. This particular record will not be displayed, but rest of the records will be displayed. So you see there, if I click here, there are total 6 records. But if I click on this table, there are 5 records because the Shimla was not displayed. First way is you have to write like this: cities Delhi or Goa or Mumbai or something or that. Or what you can do, there is a shortcut method which you can apply, which is where city in Shimla, Goa. So you can use the in clause and you can type multiple columns. So this is same as city equal to Shimla or city equal to Goa. So if I execute this command, so you see if you have something like this, if you have a command something like this where column is greater than equal to, let's say, 20,000 and column is less than equal to 40,000, then the alternative command for this is between. You can use the between clause. But if you have where column is some A or column is B, when you need to write this kind of condition, when you have multiple conditions for a single column to match, then what you can do, you can use in clause where column in A, comma B, comma